It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
1, 2. Check me out right here, yo.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Washington, where the Wizards will be going up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, their goal tonight is to play with the same type of effort at both ends of the court. They can't afford to let up at the defensive end, and that's a message I'm sure has been communicated to them in the locker room. And we all know that DeMar DeRozan is an incredible scorer, but one of the big reasons why he's so good often gets overlooked is his footwork. Some would say it's the best in the game at his position.
He can protect the ball and create space. I know you guys say this is not a word. His feet work.
It's footwork.
Feet work is amazing. Foot is one. Yeah, feet. And both of his feet
don't
go to
work
work
together.
Well, tell me this. If you have great hand-eye coordination, is it great hands-eyes coordination?
Yes.
No, it's great hand-eye coordination.
Those hands-eyes.
Kenny, please,
I'm
take my
speechless.
side.
I'm speechless.
Take my
Because,
side.
you know, first of all, he has a great step. That's what it is. And he gets to the rim. He's always
And he
in
hits
control.
tough shots.
He hits tough shots. And I always say this, Ernie. If he plays chest to chest, so he plays chesses to chest.
Chesses to chesses.
I have a question for the panel.
What is your question?
One goose is what?
Geese.
One goose is a
What's a
goose.
goose?
And more than one goose is
Geese.
Geese.
all right. One moose is a what?
Moose.
More than one moose. Meese. Thank you very much.
It's not geese.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
Goose, geese, moose, meese.
Footwork, feet work.
Same thing.
Chesses,
Hands-eyes coordination.
Same thing, Ernie.
Man.
See me, only me. I'm the boss of this Holocaust. Truly yours, Frank White.
Starting at power forward, 16, 10 inches, number 5, Martina Morris. At center, standing 6'11", number 13, Monte Wata.
Now, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. Chris Webber is joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. The Raptors off the tip, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Toronto right now, Anunoby the 3 with Ibaka playing the 4. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, filling out the middle. Dishes at DeBeal. Three-pointer. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
We watch Bradley Beal play, and it seems like he's been in the league for a long time. And then you see his age, and you're surprised on how young he still is. Younger than most of the top shooting guards in the league.
Wall draws the double. There's the dish to Beal. From deep. That doesn't go either for Beal.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Anunoby. It's stolen by Wall. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Porter in the corner from downtown. Good on the three-point shot. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
That's just great awareness from the savvy point guard. Wall is excellent at sharing the wealth.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Launches it. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Shots good by Ibaka.
Now that makes them 80% from the floor early on. Let's see how long they can stay this hot.
Morris with a screen on DeRozan. Here's Wall. Again, the miss by Wall.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Anunoby, good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now let's find out what head coach Scott Brooks had to say to David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys. We're going to use it. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Bill likes to mix it up every once in a while. Remarkable at slamming it down in style.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment.
Defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
Now here's Porter following the miss by DeRozan. It's stolen by DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Wizards trail by 9. Outside, Wall. Outside, Beal. Fires from deep. And another miss by Washington.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
They get it again. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Anunoby's got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Well, the clear strength of this Wizard team is their backcourt. Wall and Bill, one of the best backcourts in the league. They are a driving force for this team.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Wall and Beal certainly the focus of this Wizards offense. They've said they feel they are the best backcourt in the NBA. Some others might have that claim in reality, though.
well, they're supposed to feel that way, but I think the Splash Brothers might have something to say about that. You like the confidence they have, better than Wall and Beal not believing in themselves.
Here is Porter, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And the three ball is good. Wall's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Ibaka with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And that's now 6 points for Serge Ibaka. Wizards trail by 12. to the wing right side. And here's Wall outside. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Gotta admire the quick trigger of Wall. Once he has the ball, he's straight up looking to shoot.
Ibaka, good work defensively by Morris.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy moves.
Knocks it loose, out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. Plenty of space.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
Ibaka goes in. Good work defensively by Morris.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Okay, look, if you're going to foul Morris, you got to foul him hard. When you don't, he uses his muscle to finish over. You know, they used to say Markieff Morris was once a locker room distraction, but he's found a home here. He seems more at peace with the situation. He's putting up solid numbers at the forward spot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good for Morris. We talked to Markieff Morris about those times in Phoenix. He and Coach Hornacek still talk as they went their separate ways. Seems it was just a bad situation for everyone.
Oh, yeah, when you're on a sinking ship, everyone will lash out. I'm glad Morris has put that behind him and able just to concentrate on playing basketball.
Outside, Wall. He dishes it to Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 6 points for Otto Porter Jr.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Shots good by Ibaka.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Wizards trail by 7. Morris a screen, and there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Wall draws the double. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last.
Now that appears to be lack of communication between those two. Just mistimed the pass altogether.
Here's Lowry. Porter with a block.
Lockdown defense from Porter. He extends out beautifully to come up with these type of rejections.
From about 19 feet, that's short off the rim.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Lowry. Here's DeRozan. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Beal gets a wide open look. Frames the three-pointer. Beal's got 5 now.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Lowry can't get it to go. Wizards trail by 6. Outside, Beal. An open look for Wall. Wall with another miss. The Raptors shooting it officially from the get-go. They're at 52% from the field. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist from DeRozan. That's 12 points for Serge Ibaka.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And Wall kicks to Morris. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Morris has such a soft release. I mean, you love seeing the ball roll off his fingertips.
Ibaka goes in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Wizards shooting 42% to begin this game. And Wall kicks to Beal. Feeds to Porter from the arc. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight, and Ibaka slams it in.
In this first period, they've been aggressive and extremely focused.
Well, that's put them up by double digits, trying to run away with this one wire to wire.
Washington calls timeout. And Valanciunas out of Lithuania, the 5th overall pick back in 2011.
Yeah, he's still quite young. You know, a lot of talent offensively. Defensively, he's probably had less of an impact, but that's where he has to take the next step.
Washington making some changes. Scott comes in for Gortat. And Kelly Oubre subbed in for Porter. Wizards trail by 10. And Wall kicks to Morris. Here's Scott. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
And it's good for 2. Siakam's got his first bucket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Oubre kicks to Beal. This one for 3. That one doesn't go. Now Toronto takes it the other way. And DeRozan.
And from the opening tip, they've just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Wall passes to Morris. Beal from long range. They get it back, but they'll get another chance. Stolen by Miles. Here's DeRozan.
Oh, that athletic ability there.
Wow. Jumped out of the gym.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
Beal's shot is good.
You got to respect how fast Beal gets his shot off. Remarkable at reading the D and pulling up on him off the pass.
Siakam lays it up off the glass. Siakam's got his second basket of the night.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Again, the Wizards score.
And you really got to appreciate Wall. I mean, always surveying the floor. Just wonderful recognition when his teammates are open. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Wall. He has 6. Right side, Beal. They double-team Beal. Just 5 on the clock. Scott, nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Scott's got 6.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Wall after the miss from Jakob Poeltl. And the wide open shot from Morris. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Washington making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Markieff Morris. Satoransky comes in for Bradley Beal. And Tim Frazier subbed in for John Wall. Raptors leading by 11. Here's DeRozan. The 7-footer falls. He's got 18.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Frazier dishes to Scott. And Chris, when you played, what did you always appreciate from your front court mate?
Wow, defense, someone that could help defensively, someone that could help on the boards, and I was really lucky to play with some great passers. And Juwan Howard when I was with him in Washington, probably the best passing big man I played with, and then Vlade Divac. I mean, being able to play with those guys, I really appreciated their passing because they make it easy for you.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, the screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
Good on the second free throw. Raptors leading by 12. Pass to Pirtle. Over Mahinmi. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And the Raptors for the last few seasons, Greg, right at the bottom of the league in assists.
Yeah, but nevertheless, they do make good decisions. They're a low turnover team, and they've been pretty efficient offensively. One area where you can offset that is by their ability to get to the free throw line, because that puts a lot of pressure on your defense with their ability to attack.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And Toronto making a change here. Nogueira's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Mahinmi. And Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was with Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drought that they had been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
And the Wizards with possession after the Raptors pick up 2. Clock at 6. And again, Washington no good. Raptors leading by 11. Here's DeRozan, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Washington.
And really, DeMar DeRozan is a master at what he calls body hunting, that ability to just kind of draw fouls. I think he and James Harden actually are the guys that have really kind of set the tone for how to create those opportunities to get to the line.
2 shots.
A free throw drop for DeRozan. And DeMar DeRozan, always, Greg, among the league leaders in free throw attempts.
And when you look at him, 6'7", 220 pounds with tremendous athleticism, he has got all the tools. Beyond, though, that attack mentality, he's a savvy basketball player. Those little shot fakes, his footwork help this guy live at the line.
Wizards trail by 12. Here's Frazier. Nogueira pulls it in. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Now here's Frazier. He's covered closely. Satoransky, no good from outside. And again, it's DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan's got 23.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, you hear that? No, you don't hear anything. They silence the crowd with this big lead. No sign that they're letting up.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the Toronto Raptors. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And John Wall spoke prior to the game. He talked about the identity of the Wizards team.
Defensively, just being that gritty and grimy team that makes it tough for teams to score in the paint. I think we can be a very great team.
The Wizards not exactly the first team that you think of when it comes to gritty and grimy team defense, but maybe he's really got a point here in how tough the Washington defense can be.
And you don't get there without the defense. I'm especially impressed that Wall has that mindset.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
I love it. They have the track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Powell. C.J. Miles is out there with Nogueira. And it's Siakam in at the 4 spot. Here's Scott. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Mahinmi.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Scott. Kept alive. Here's Oubre. Off target at the rim.
He's not especially strong near the basket. All the defense did was make their presence felt, and it was enough to make him feel uncomfortable releasing that one.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Man, this is what happens when you get discouraged. Sometimes it just affects every part of your game.
That's tipped. It's Miles on the wing. And he lays it straight in. Miles has got his second basket of the night.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Frazier kicks to Satoransky. Nice ball movement by Washington. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Here's Van Vliet. Frazier covering. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Timeout.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Washington calls timeout. Well, we talk so much about what it's like on the floor, Chris, but I wonder what it was like off the floor when you were on the bench watching the team play and what was going through your head and mind. What did you and your teammates talk about as you were on the bench taking a rest and watching the game go on?
It depends on which game. You know, if you're in L.A. and you see, Eddie Murphy and Rihanna walk in, you're going to say, hey, look at Beyonce and Jay over there. Or, if you're watching a great play and you see a guy dunk on your teammate, you're not going to get too excited, but you're going to whisper to your teammate, man, did you see that? That's crazy. Or, you're pumping up guys because they've been working so hard in practice, and it's a guy who's getting his first time to kind of get in and get a good run. So you're cheering him on. And so being on the bench, it's a lot of fun. You have to stay focused and ready to re-enter the game. But part of that job on the bench is to keep the energy of the bench, and that's to keep guys encouraged to be loose, to have fun. And so it's a lot of fun being on the bench. It's more fun when you're winning than losing, but a lot of fun being on the bench encouraging guys.
Washington making some changes. Gortat's checked in for Mahinmi, and Porter subbed in for Oubre. And then for Toronto, Ibaka comes in for Pascal Siakam, and Anunoby subbed in for C.J. Miles. Frazier outside, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Washington shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Porter, no good on that one. And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Raptors on defense. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And another miss by Washington.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that. When he gets the separation he needs, I know he would love to have that one back.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Van Vliet with the bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
There's a screen by Gortat. They set the screen. And Wall kicks to Scott. Shot to end this cold run. Wall's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wall missing again.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Washington's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. On the wing, Porter. Misses the three.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
The Wizards shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. There's a screen by Gortat. Off the pick and finished off by Porter.
This is what I'm talking about, the mindset of Porter. When he's driving inside, he wants to dunk it hard every time.
Nogueira with the bucket. Nogueira's got his first basket of the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Nogueira with the steal. Here's Powell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Outside, Wall. And the pass to Scott. It's stolen by Ibaka. Knocked loose. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists. And Serge Ibaka, remember, it was a first-team all-defense selection. But over time, I think he's become more of a scoring-minded player, and I think that's affected his impact defensively.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Markieff Morris comes in for Scott, and Beal subbed in for Satoransky. And Toronto also making a switch. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Powell.
Shooting one.
The free throw drops for Ibaka. And Serge Ibaka, the league leader in block shots for 2 years in a row in 2012 and 13, but he sends him back at about half the rate he once did.
Yeah, but even still, pretty good shot blocker. You add in his finishing and outside shooting, and he's a player to be reckoned with.
That shot off, Anunoby, and he banks in the layup. Anunoby's got 6 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And a wide open look for Porter. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Here's Anunoby. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
Morris with the screen for Porter. Pass to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Beal from long range. Doesn't go that time. And Toronto will come the other way. It's stolen by Morris. All with it. He has 6. Morris outside. Fires high post. Toronto grabs the miss.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
Anunoby, good.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammates.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Morris with the screen for Beal. Ripped away. Here we go, one-on-one. And Ibaka slams it in.
And you wonder what's gotten into Ibaka. He's been much more aggressive and successful than usual on the offensive end.
Wizards shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. To the middle.
Oh, wow. Look out.
That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
Wall against Lowry. Porter kicks to Gortat. Over Nogueira. Gortat misses. It's been all Raptors. Ibaka goes in. And Ibaka slams it in.
And for a guy who rarely dribbled when he first entered the league, Ibaka now comfortable enough to score off the drive.
Washington shooting a measly 26% in the second quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Lowry, and the layup is good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Lowry against Wall. They get a hand on it. Here's Van Vliet. Great D that time from Beal.
A hand right in his face on the layup. Excellent defense that time in the paint.
Outside Porter. Back to Beal for 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got 6 rebounds in the game. And he feeds it to Nogueira. Unable to get that one. And the Wizards now going the other way. Outside, Wall. To the paint. Here's Porter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. When Otto Porter came into the NBA, he really didn't have a shot to force opponents out on. Now, Chris, he's worked on it. He's transformed himself into one of the better shooting forwards out there.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if teams didn't get the memo or what, but for a while they were still giving Porter those shots, and he was knocking them down. His field goal percentage from the floor and behind the arc have both taken huge leaps forward over the past few years.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Porter. And Chris, we know you are always trying to connect with our fans over social media. We have a question for you sent in by a viewer who asks, Chris, if you weren't a basketball player, what other profession do you think you may have pursued?
Wow. Well, I used to want to be a wrestler and and other guys like that. But no, my mother was a teacher, and I always was with her in school. And I think, I love kids and hanging around kids. So it would definitely be something where I'm instructing kids. I don't know if it would be school or if it would be a gym teacher or if it would be working with kids in some type of way. But I definitely would want to work with kids.
I can see you as a teacher. Like if you were a wrestler, like what would your name be? Like would you be like the Flash?
Yeah. Oh man,
what name would you
have? It was some terrible names back there. Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware, Ultimate Warrior, Superfly Snooker. I know I gave my name back. I gave myself a name back in there. I don't know. I'd have to figure out first what my persona was. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't know. I have to think about that one. But I'm too skinny, man. I don't think I've broken up in that ring though. I know that for sure. So I think I made the right decision.
The Wizards shooting just 34% from the floor. Wall passes to Gortat. He kicks it to Beal. There's Porter with the three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
Didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. The feed to Beal. The tray. And Wright pulls it down.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Wizard shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Porter, no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
DeRozan's shot is good.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
There's Porter with the three. Porter can't get that one to fall.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
And here's Wall. He has 6. Tries from 10, and there's Porter on the assist by Wall. Porter's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Oh, this guy, his motor is always the same. No matter what the score of the game is, he always remains aggressive.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Wall dishes to Porter. Jacks up a 3. Beal can't get it to go. The Raptors shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. It's good. 31 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Nice ball movement by Washington. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. Rebound, Washington. Morris has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Porter kicks to Wall. But they'll get another chance. Morris. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 31 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
You had to love the persistence they showed on the offensive boards in the first 2 quarters. They put everything they had into cleaning that glass. And they came away with a lot of second chance points and a healthy halftime lead to show for it. And they're in a great position right now.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. That is one heck of a view. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
The Wizards shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. The deadly duo of Wall and Beal are in the backcourt. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Valanciunas has gone 3 for 7 tonight. And the Raptors, unique in the NBA, they have a whole nation behind them.
And basketball continues to gain in popularity, especially with the younger generation in Canada. The Raptors are coming to relevance at the perfect time, and the rabid fan base energized by how competitive this group's been the last couple seasons. And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Gortat, the pass to Wall. Wall missing again.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, that's just a great start to the half for them. Their offense is clicking, and they have made 3 of their first 4 shots.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one's good by Gortat.
Well, after failing to hit on their first 3 attempts of the half, they finally got one to go there.
Here's Ibaka. Not going to go that time. Now Washington takes it the other way. Outside, Wall. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Wall's got 8 points.
I love seeing Wall get going from the mid-range. Now he has a solid jump shot from this spot.
And you look at the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, Greg, but do they have a chance to go all the way?
I think they're a threat to make the finals. Can they win it all? They may be a piece or 2 away, but still a young and aggressive core. They continue to try to add pieces, and this is a group that has proven they want to win and win now.
The first free throw is good. And Chris, every city is so unique. You spent a fair amount of your career with Washington. What was it like playing in the nation's capital?
Oh, wow. I love Washington. D.C. is just a wonderful place to be. I don't know of any fans on the East Coast that, in my opinion, are more loyal, that are louder, that know the game better. I mean, they have one of the largest fan bases in the nation. It's strange to see politicians catch a game courtside and cheer you on. Well, one thing the Wizards have done a good job of is making use of the corner 3. It's the most efficient shot in the game. Wizards make sure they have that as an option on a lot of their sets.
Morris, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Wall dishes to Porter. Kicks to Beal. Morris a screen to the middle. Here's Gortat. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. And if you look at the personnel of the Wizards, it makes sense that they get so much use out of the corner three.
Well, not just because they have good shooting team from distance, but they have John Wall that breaks down the defense, attracts other defenders, which leaves wide open players for jump shots.
Shooting one.
That free throw good from Gortat.
Now, the size and the length of Gortat, it comes in handy on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a solid and more than reliable big man with a soft J.
Gortat with the steal. And here we go. Washington fast break. Wall's running. That one drops for him.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
One shot, behind the lanes.
And that one falls for John Wall.
Well, if you're talking about the elite passers in the game, John Wall has to be on that list. He's averaged a double-double with assists for several years running. He has vision and knows how to find teammates after defenses collapse on him.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Bradley Beal picks one up.
And I like how scrappy and aggressive Lowry is on the court. And it's easy to see how much his teammates enjoy playing alongside him.
And with Wall and his passing last season, Chris, he became the all-time franchise leader in assists for the Wizards.
And I believe that it was Wes Unsell's record that he broke. I mean, that's great company to be in. Those two had different ways to get their assists, but both great passers. And you get the feeling Wall can still get better.
Toronto calls timeout.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. And a lot of speculation, Greg, this past summer for where Kyle Lowry would end up. Ultimately, he decides to stay with Toronto.
Yeah, you know, Lowry visited other teams but felt he had unfinished business in Toronto and teams up with DeRozan so well. Just a great fit for both sides when you look at it.
That one misses. And Kyle Lowry over the last few seasons slimmed down about 15 pounds. He's Greg been playing the best basketball of his career.
No doubt. He's still got that low center of gravity, almost like a bowling ball. He just gets under his man, and his strength and tenacity enable him to create chaos at both ends of the floor.
And Washington making a change here. Scott's checked in. It's Beal on the wing. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. 10 points for Beal.
Well, Beal is a lights-out scorer. He got to be up on him at all times.
Toronto, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well.
And showing a good nose for the ball there, picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to waste that effort. You want to cash in on these extra possessions. They certainly did that time.
A 3 from Morris. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 5 rebounds tonight. And DeRozan. Here we go. No good on that one. Great D that time from Beal. Passes it to Wall. Wall draws the double. Morris a screen, dishes it to Beal. And finished off by Beal.
Oh, look, Morris can do it all, including setting vicious screens to get his guys open.
And Ibaka slams it in.
And when he gets his points within the flow of the offense, that efficiency has helped them build this lead.
The Wizards have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Wall draws the double. And now it's Lowry running. Here we go, all the way if he can.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Yeah, but you have to control the pace. You have to keep it up, keep the tempo. That's how they've built this lead.
Morris with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Scott can't get it to go.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Scott pulls it in. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
Here's Wall, and he comes up with the deuce. Wall's got 13 points.
He's giving him a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
Valanciunas, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Saransky's checked in for Gortat. And Tim Frazier's subbed in for John Wall. And then for Toronto, Siakam is checked in for Ibaka. And it's C.J. Miles in for Anunoby. For Washington, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Pass to Satoransky, launches a 3. They get the rebound. Here's Morris, and it's blocked, and he gets it back.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
And then Miles with the dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Outside, Scott. The dish to Beal. Frazier against Valanciunas. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now an update on Otto Porter from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for Washington, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on it.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
You can build a lead in a number of ways. Obviously, rebounding has been the backbone of their efforts all night.
Right wing. Valanciunas on the double team. And Satoransky kicks to Scott. Just 5 to shoot. Satoransky the pass to Beal. Connects from three-point range. Beal's got 15 points.
Look, I like the shooting motion that Beal has. He has a high release. That helps him on those deep balls.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Knocked away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Mahinmi's checked in for Washington. Oubre comes in for Frazier. And then for Toronto, Jakob Poeltl comes in for Valanciunas. And it's DeLon Wright in for Kyle Lowry. Mahinmi a screen. And Satoransky kicks to Beal. Mahinmi a screen on Miles. 6 on the shot clock. Poked away, but they get it back.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
I don't think they were expecting that shot. They didn't really make an effort to get out of it.
Here's Poeltl, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
And the soft hands of Poeltl on display there. Just has such a nice stroke from the mid-range.
Right with the double team. Feeds it to Oubre. And the 3 off target.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Here's Satoransky. Down low, Mahinmi takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
High percentage look in tight. It's hard to miss that one.
Siakam, good. He's got 12.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantage they hold in this game.
It's good again, and the next one, 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
They double-team Beal. Oubre kicks to Satoransky. Scott, nice shot from the wing. Scott's got 9. Scott's gone 50% shooting tonight, firing away 4 of 8. They get it back. Miles, that's good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here are the Wizards now. And Satoransky kicks to Scott. Oubre, no one around him. Buries the long-range jumper.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters.
And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. And a miss there on the triple. The Raptors shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Miles dishes to Wright, plays it up and banks it in. Wright's got his first 2 points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
It's Beal on the wing, shoots over DeRozan, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Here's Siakam, defended by Scott. Wasted no time on that one. Siakam's got 6 here in this quarter. Washington shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And here we go.
Close that on DeMar.
Here's DeRozan. Siakam, rebounded by the Wizards. Mahinmi's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Fast break, Toronto. Goes up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
And Beal kicks to Scott. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Miles. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
He's put up a show so far to begin this one. He has not missed one yet.
And Satoransky kicks to Beal. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Washington. And Toronto also making a switch. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. To the inside. Here's Pirtle. No good that time. And Washington the other way now.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Beal from long range. Beal with another miss. Pirtle kicks to Powell. 4 seconds left. And it's good on the way up. Powell's got his second bucket of the night.
And Pirtle does a little bit of everything for this team. A big man with superb passing ability.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Here's Toronto on the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Nogueira. Also, C.J. Miles out there. Pirtle is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Van Vliet in at the one spot. Oh, and the jam by Pirtle.
And how about the agility of Pirtle, just sprinting down the open floor with incredible speed.
From the Wizards, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Back to Sessions. Fires the three. Nailed from three-point land.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's Miles. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well over a decade in the NBA for C.J. Miles, taken straight out of high school by the Jazz back in 2005.
And he's just now entering his 30s. A good floor spacer and solid defender at the 2 or 3 spot.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. Now here's Sessions. Smith outside. Now the pass to Oubre. Nice ball movement by Washington. They get a hand on it, and so the ball out of bounds. Sessions touched it last. And Toronto making a change here. Miller's checked in. Here's Van Vliet. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And so it's Washington with it. And Sessions kicks to Smith. Ball's knocked loose. Here's the break. Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got 4 this quarter.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. Pass to Satoransky. Back to Smith. He dishes it to Oubre. 6 to shoot. And here again, the Raptors in transition. Up the court they go.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
To end the run, buries the long-range jumper.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple. Gotta respect Pirtle's aggressiveness, putting it on the floor and getting the job done on the drive.
Washington's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And Satoransky kicks to Sessions. He feeds it to Smith. In the corner, it's Oubre. Passes to Mahimi. Rebound by the Raptors. Nogueira's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Pirtle. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Astonishing body control by Pirtle, just taking the hit head on and finishing through it all.
And Satoransky kicks to Sessions. No one near Smith as he lets it go. Offline with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
And look at Pirtle effortlessly dropping the hammer on the D.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And Sessions kicks to Satoransky. Back to Sessions. The feed to Oubre. Pass to Satoransky. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Beautiful lead pass. The finisher never has to break stride.
Washington's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And Sessions kicks to Satoransky. Smith outside. Sessions passes to Oubre. Smith on the wing. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Smith.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Shots good by Miller.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Sessions kicks to Oubre. Here's Satoransky. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Satoransky's got 5 points in the quarter.
You can't lay that pass in there any better.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
So it's Washington now. And Sessions kicks to Satoransky. Smith outside. Dishes to Oubre. Back to Sessions. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Miller, and he lays it straight in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
For Washington, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Over to the wing. And there's the pass to Satoransky. He kicks to Smith. The dish to Oubre. Off target with his 3. Toronto shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Here's Miller, and he uses the glass on the layup.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Oubre with it, now guarded by Pirtle. Pass to Satoransky. Six to shoot. Here's Miller, and Miller throws it down hard.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Washington shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Passes it to Satoransky. Washington gets it back, and a new 24. Here's Oubre. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. Van Vliet's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Wasted no time on that one. Miller's got 10 points in just the second half. Washington's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Right wing. Here's Satoransky, guarded by Powell. And again, Washington no good.
Another miss, and you have to wonder if this just isn't his night.
Here's Nogueira. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Washington making some changes. Mike Scott comes in for Jason Smith. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Sessions. And the second free throw, good. Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Scott. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist.
The D did a good job shutting him down in the first, but he got loose and easily dropped that one. Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Washington's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Out to the right wing. And Satoransky kicks to Scott. Here's Oubre. And again, Washington with the triple.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
And when Pirtle gets into a groove, he demands the ball. He's incredibly dangerous when he has the hot hand.
Here's Mahimi. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Pirtle's shot is off. Wizards have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. A nice shot by Frazier. Raptors shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Miller outside. Here's Pirtle. Rebound by Mahimi. Washington shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. There's the screen. Here's Frazier. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Pirtle. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
What a total 180-degree turn here. He wasn't making anything in the first half, but he looks like a totally different player now in the second half.
Oubre. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Miller. Good on the leaner. Miller's got 12 points now in the quarter.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Frazier kicks to Scott. Feeds to Oubre. Out left to the wing. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Mahimi. It's blocked.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back. Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Here's Satoransky, guarded by Powell. Nogueira comes with the double team. 5 on the clock. Here's Oubre. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
At the line for 2.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Siakam is checked in for Lucas Nogueira. Good on both. And so it's Washington with it. Frazier kicks to Mahinmi. Outside, Scott. He dishes it to Frazier. The shot, no good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Here's Van Vliet. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Frazier. Another miss by Frazier. Miller. From beyond the arc and then some.
Miller. For 3.
The Wizards shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Frazier kicks to Satoransky. Oubre, good. Oubre's got 12 points here in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Raptors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeMar DeRozan.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And that one's good. Right. Here is Frazier. 1:19 left in the fourth. Kicks it to Scott. He feeds it to Oubre. Here's Frazier. Another miss by Frazier. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's Siakam. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Scott. In transition, here come the Wizards. Oubre kicks to Frazier. Pass to Oubre. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Left side, Scott, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Talk about no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Toronto. Toronto calls timeout. They're up. 40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. And Miles kicks to Pirtle. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style. You can't pass up a shot from such short range.
Here's the Raptors with the ball. Goes up the baseline. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Mahimi a screen. Here's Oubre. Mahimi dishes to Scott. Frazier outside. Out to the right wing. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, we know this team has offensive options, but it looks like there's great confidence defensively now.
Yeah, we have to be. That's what we got to do. If we play defense, we know we can score the basketball whenever we want. We just got to get stopped.
Very impressive, DeMar. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.